Hey guys, New Jersey Piper Ben here. Got the Savinelli Honda 616 out. And again, the Russ Willett Acadian Gold, which is the straight Virginia but processed similarly to Perique. So again, wanted to revisit the tobacco with the same pipe, but I've added these. So these White Elephant 6mm activated charcoal filters from yeah, these are actually made in Germany. They were $10 on tobacco pipes. I think there's 40 of them in here. And immediately the thing I notice is the restriction on the draw. It really changes the mechanics of the smoke a lot based on what I'm used to, which is a pretty open draw, pretty effortless draw. Kind of lets you, I don't know, to me it seems easier to sip the pipe when the draw is open and unimpeded. This is definitely effectively lit. I've got a nice white ash in there, so and if you draw hard enough, you can get a decent volume of smoke on the inhale. Not the inhale, but the draw, which is what I like, because I want my mouth filled with the smoke so that I can, get the full flavor and swirl it around in there and let it do its thing. And to be fair, the tin has obviously been open for a week. I left it in the tin. I put it in a jar today. But yeah, I'm not getting as strong of flavors as I was after the immediate tin opening, or the first tin opening and the first smoke. The flavors are muted, and I'm not blaming that on the filter. I'm just telling you what's happening. And so I guess the obvious next step is to repeat the process again without the filter. And then that'll kind of give me a pretty good idea of what I'm dealing with here. And I'll try the filters on other 6mm pipes that I have as well. Maybe with blends I know a little bit better, just to kind of, see how it does. But I'm still leaning no filter. Because yeah, the flavors are just really muted compared to what I experienced last time. Pesky activated charcoal. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for the feedback so far on the the movies series I kicked off yesterday with 1979. I watched that video again, and I think I said crazily enough in that video about 12 times. And I'm like, stop saying that. Yeah, and then just respect to Chad and others that put the picture overlays into their videos, especially videos that require a lot of them. It's fairly time consuming for sure. And I know Chad's videos with his albums is and those are longer videos, talks about a lot more albums than movies I'm going to talk about. So yeah, respect for taking the time to do that. But I do think it accentuates the videos nicely to have those images. And I love movie poster art in general. So like, I like looking up the images on Google and finding like the old school poster, like the original poster. Those are the ones I try to go for. The ones that haven't been like reimagined and redesigned by various people over the years. But like those old school ones, and sometimes you can tell it's like a scan of one that was folded up. So yeah, I like that type of stuff. And it's just the art of it's amazing. Poster art in general is underappreciated. Like way back in the day, like travel posters, like those things are like seriously collectible these days because they were like legit artwork that people worked really hard on. So yeah. So yeah, I'll definitely be continuing that series. I've mapped out, I think, up to 1985. So I've got, so that's cool. Guys, I can't find any mason jars. I don't know if it's COVID or what's going on, but I've been to like, they haven't had any at my local grocery store or Walmart that I go to on a regular basis in like a couple of months at least. I went to like 2 grocery stores today. I went to Bed Bath & Beyond. I went to Lowe's. I can't find any mason jars. They're just gone. And like, I think Lowe's was like, yeah, we don't even sell them. I don't think that one of the grocery stores I went to, I think they don't even sell them anymore. Walmart was fresh out. Like my grocery store where they normally keep them, they've put something else there now. So I'm like, yeah, I need mason jars. Because basically what I've found out is I need more of the smaller size. I think I don't know if they're 4 ounces or 8 ounces or what they are, but there's the little tiny ones that are like that tall. Then there's the ones that are kind of like that. I need those because then they're like I think the pint ones are the 16 ounce ones. Those are a bit too big because I basically need a bunch that hold like 1 tin of tobacco because I've got a bunch of open tins that are just kind of sitting on the shelf. And obviously Chelsea's video spurred me on. She's talking about, how do you store your tobacco? Do you leave it in the tins? Do you jar it? And honestly, I'm leaving most stuff in tins, which is not good. I was thinking about that early on with those metal round tins that you can kind of screw back on. Those don't seal back very well, I've noticed. Because I've had some stuff that's been sitting around for quite a while and it's okay. It's not bone dry or anything, but it's definitely dried out. And honestly, it seems like those Cornell and Deal tins actually do hold moisture pretty good, even though that little flimsy plastic lid doesn't seem like it would be a very good barrier. I've noticed those tins do seem to be okay over longer periods of time, but I still do want to get those in jars eventually. So yeah, but I gotta find some damn jars. I've got lots of giant jars and kind of larger mid-sized jars and that are just too big to put 1 tin of tobacco in. I think I don't want to put it in a jar that big that has that much air space, because honestly I think in that situation it would probably still dry out. I'd rather have it a little bit more compact, less air, to kind of maintain the tobacco and the flavors longer. So at least that's what's happening in my head. I don't know if that's true or not, but yeah. But yeah, we're having a town-wide garage sale today, so traffic is stupid, and it's not a big town. God, I hate this guy's dogs. It's not a big town, but it's just like when so many people are having a garage sale at one time, it just leads people like creeping around, going really slow, half parking in the street, just trying to look at stuff. And I'm just like, okay, pull over and get out of the way. Okay, I'm trying to go somewhere. And I think I've come close to like 3 slow speed head-on collisions at this point, because that's just how people drive. So have you noticed, I'm sure you've noticed, but if you have an oncoming car and their lane is blocked because somebody's parked on the side of the road, so they have to kind of scooch over to get around that car, and if you're coming towards them, since their lane is blocked, now your lane is their lane, and you need to move out of their way. They're not going to yield to you, because by the fact that their lane is blocked, that now makes your lane their lane, because they're the most important person in the world, and they couldn't possibly yield to you while you're in your lane traveling. No, you don't have a lane anymore. That's their lane now. You understand? I'm obviously being sarcastic and facetious, but I've basically found that to be true everywhere I drive anymore. In fact, I was going to work one morning. Driving by the train station, and one of those like cars that checks people or makes sure people are not illegally parked and checks their parking permits and stuff. So it's like an official business car. It's got little emergency lights on it, and it's basically blocking the lane, and I'm behind him, and there's not enough room to go around him and still allow two-way traffic. So my lane is blocked. There's oncoming traffic, so I have to wait behind this car until it moves, or the oncoming traffic clears and I can go around it, because my lane is blocked. And just because my lane is blocked, it doesn't mean the other lane is now mine. It means the oncoming traffic still has their lane. Their lane is not blocked. My lane is blocked. So I'm sitting behind this official business car waiting for the oncoming traffic to clear so that I don't get in a head-on collision, basically. But apparently the person behind me is in a hurry, so I start getting horns. And I'm just like, what do you want me to do? Would you like me to kill us? Would you like me to get in a head-on collision because you're in a hurry? Screw off. Patience is a virtue, people. Patience is a virtue, and lack of patience will literally kill you, given a long enough time frame. Either through medical issues or car accidents. One time downtown, again, my little town, but downtown, so more traffic than usual. There's a T intersection. I'm at the base of the T, turning left onto the horizontal part of the T. There's crosswalks everywhere, because it's a downtown area. There's lots of pedestrian foot traffic, so there's crosswalks everywhere. I'm turning left. Traffic is clear, but there's a lady with a baby in her stroller crossing the street at the crosswalk. So I'm allowing her to cross the street at the crosswalk because that's the law. You have to yield to pedestrian traffic, even if they're not in a crosswalk. It could be somebody just crossing the street. You shouldn't hit them. They should be at a crosswalk, and they should look both ways, but still, you got to be careful. Which is why the speed limit is 25 miles per hour. And honestly, I think for that little specific portion where there's tons of businesses, blind corners, etc., I think it should be like 15, honestly, because people still go 30 through there, and that's way too fast. There's no way you could see somebody between cars going that fast. So anyway, lady's pushing her baby across the street at a crosswalk. I'm waiting for her to pass. I get horns behind me, and I'm just yelling out my window, "Do you want me to kill the baby? Are you in that much of a hurry that I should run over the frickin' baby so that you can get where you're going?" I'm throwing my hands out the window, yelling, and then they see the woman and the baby crossing the street, and they start, making like hand gestures, waving or something. I'm like, yeah, shut up. Patience is a virtue. Sorry. How long have I been ranting for? Oh, 15 minutes. Excellent. All right, guys, take care. Be excellent to each other. Filters, jury's still out, but I'm thinking, no, probably not. We'll see.